Hey everybody, happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's the authentic coach and your host and producer of the You Didn't Get the Memo show. And I wanted to address some of the comments that I have received in Messenger from some of you about some of the guests that have appeared on my show. And I wanted to let you guys know that first and foremost, I don't do a setup interview. Every single one of my guests are sent a list of questions we're going to be discussing. I send them extensive information on how to log on, the importance of showing up and being your best self because the show is airing all over the world. And I think that that's important. And when I hear people say things about some of the guests or they, you know what, I carry that interview. And just for your information, and by the way, you guys, I'm just wanting to share this because some of you didn't know this. I've been doing this almost 8 years now, and it is something that I do. And it wasn't anything that I, woke up one morning and say, this is what I'm going to do. This was something that was ordained by God, and it's something that I do. Why do I do it? To inform, to educate, to inspire those of you who are watching the show. I've had guests on that talk about everything from cancer to, relationships. And that's what I hope to bring to you. So for those of you who are complaining about some of the guests, I think that it's really, really important that you know that, hey, it's on the guests. They have to also be prepared. It's really interesting how many of the guests afterwards, maybe they think that because this isn't CBS yet, or I'm not on a major network, but the platform is worldwide, and that's really important that you know that. And so you don't know who's watching you, whether they're in the UK, whether they are someplace in Dubai. These people are watching you and could hire you or bring you in. And the thing is, I do it for the love of educating and helping people. In fact, that is my tagline, providing you, the viewer, with relevant, factual, mainstream information to help you be informed and to make informed decisions. I really strive and I encourage and welcome if you have a topic you'd like for me to cover, send it to me. But I want all of you to know that it's a lot of work. When I came out of the TV studio from having three camera person and someone on a teleprompter and lighting and all of that, it became incumbent upon me to do all of these things. And I'm grateful that I do know how to do it. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But you know what? When you do something that you love, you never feel like you had to work a day in your life. I've heard some of you kind of make comments about when I say if you want to donate a sponsor, if you feel like I'm doing something, listen, if it's $10 and you donate, I'm grateful for that. That's what I want you to understand. This is how I operate. I have you guys who are always, there's some of you that are always there. Hey, Emmanuel, thank you for being here. Miss Carolyn, you guys, I appreciate you. It may not be exactly a topic that you may be interested in, but you never know. It's one of those things. I always say if you didn't take something away from the show, then it's you who didn't get the memo. And I'm just grateful. Another thing I think that it's important that you know, I have a nonprofit, Savant Women of Change. Look, I'm just not out here trying to make money. That's not what it's about. My provider has been God. Had I waited for folks who felt like that if they gave me $1, that it was going to somehow make me have more than them, then those are not the things that I need from each of you. But what I do want you guys to know, doing 52 shows a year, that's 52 weeks. And it has only been due to some health issues that I think I've only reran maybe a total of maybe 3 or 4 shows, and they were important shows. And so just know that I appreciate your comments. Thank you for that. But I do want you to know that the people that I choose to be on the show are people that I feel will bring relevant information to you and to help you make some informed decisions. So please know from the bottom of my heart, I love you. I appreciate you, but you need to understand there's a lot of work that goes into this. And so for those of you who are feeling some kind of way for whatever reason, and as they say, the devil will always attack you when God has a blessing for you. And some of you have just kind of been coming at me and not quite certain why. And I'm not going to even try to explain that. It doesn't matter. But I do want you to know I do this because I love it. I do it because I do know from those of you that I've heard from that I make a difference. And that's the only thing that matters to me. So I want to bid you a great Friday. Happy Friday. Don't get caught up in that, unlucky 13th, Friday the 13th. Every day that we're above ground is a blessing. But I want to thank all of you. JB in Arkansas, Louise, I want all of you guys to know, Annie, my neighbor, those of you who share, Alan, Carolyn, those of you who are sharing out what I do, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing this. And also, I want to just remind you, for those of you who have given me every excuse on the sun, oh, your show comes on too early. Oh, I don't have time to watch it. The shows are recorded. You can go on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. There's no reason for you not to go back and look at it. Help my analytics out as well. But for those of you who are just haters, all I can say is God bless you. Because what's for me is for me. Like what's for you is for you. Thank you, Miss Carolyn. I really appreciate that. Helpful shows. That's right. Mental health, financial literacy topics. And these people have really been good. This is their craft. This is what they do. And I want to ask you, how many of you have taken advantage of my guest, Miss Cora Lewis, attorney Cora Lewis, who's offering a free 30-minute consultation to help you get your stuff in order as it relates to trust and will. And these are the things that I just think it's important. How many of you have followed up with some of the guests that have been on the show and acted upon those things? Ellen, I see what you're saying. Let me see. Let me show this so I can see all the only issues that I've ever seen that a few of your guests seem to unprepared for the level of your show. You deserve their best just like you give them your best. Absolutely. And that was one of the reasons that I came on, and I was like, hey, what are we talking about? I don't have these guests come on and they know what we're going to be discussing. I carry that conversation, and whether they're nervous or not, I would hope that I put them at ease. So I just wanted to just let you guys know, this ain't the way it works. Emmanuel, bless you, bless you. Look, I know I don't even know what the time difference is where you are, but I appreciate you saying the topics have been helpful and they're excellent topics. And that's literally what it is about. Miss Carolyn, much love, because you even follow me on my Real Talk with Lady G podcast as well, which is an inspirational, spiritual, more so podcasts. But I'm doing a lot of things. And why do I do this? Because I want all of you to know that no matter what age, quit dating yourself and feeling like you can't do different things. I'm too old for this. I'm too old to learn. I'm too old. You know what? Not at all. That's on you. I could tell you that I'm too sick to air. I can tell you that, hey, I was in the emergency room for 7 or 8 hours with, this disease diagnosis, right? But I don't do that. What I do is I want to show up and I want to give you the best of me. Hear me? The best, the very best, because I feel like that's what God asked for, to give him my very best. And if he has blessed me to be able to do this, I just want you to know this is where I come from. So I appreciate all of you guys jumping on. I don't do this a lot, but I do it because I just feel like so somebody's going to see it. And by the way, for those of you that are pissed off because, maybe I had to change something around because of how I need to book shows out. When you don't respond in a timely fashion, I have to move on. It's no different than if you were trying to book an appointment in a doctor's office trying to give you an appointment and you don't get back to them. They fill that slot with somebody else. And I just find this interesting. And by the way, listen, this is my show. If you guys want to change the format, get your own show. This is my show. So don't be upset or angry with me when I say, oh, we got to flip the script. I have to change some things. And that's exactly what I do because I feel like I know what my viewers want and what they're looking for. So you guys just know that it's all about me keeping it real. Oh my gosh, Emmanuel, you really, I'll say it because you're too classy and refined. I'm not. Okay, I feel you. I feel you, Emmanuel. That, and that's my attitude. You just have to let people go and have to move on. And always remember, real will recognize real, and that's where I come from, the realness. And what I found is that many people don't see that as being real, and that's who I am. And see, by the way, I don't have to lie to you because see, I don't have to remember what lie I told, but it's amazing how people will take something and twist it and make it out of something else. And as I did a post earlier and said, I've just been attacked, from all angles, whether it's from business professional, whether it's from quote unquote so-called friendships, relationships, whatever it is. And see, people don't ever know what you're going through. They have no idea what it is that you're dealing with. But I'm here to tell you, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to bring it real. And if you don't like it, then it's okay. You don't have to deal with it. But I need you to understand that this ain't about you. It's not about you. It's not about any of that. It's about me providing education to the community. It's about me, informing you of things that's going on. And if you go back and look at the shows and how we've continued to evolve, that's the thing. And let me just say this, so much so, do any of you guys know Coffee TV actually honored me as being one of their hidden figures. And I was like, okay, hidden figures, but it's because the information that I'm sharing. There have been some guests that have got on the show, they never share the show, they never, they never follow, they never support, and that's okay too. Right. And I've even seen people who've taken clips and have up on their website without me in it. But they're using that. And it's that's okay. So for me, I want you all to understand that, what, it's a lot of work. And a lot of work. A lot of people aren't willing to put in the work. And I just say, that says a whole lot. And at the same time, guys, I still have to say, I have to come back to, it's about being real. And one thing people, I think, that they don't do. People don't know how to apologize. People don't know how to say, I heard that. And I say, look, if somebody's telling you something about me, you need to consider the source and you need to build a relationship with me, not with what somebody else has said. At the same time, I want to tell all of you who are out there claiming to be business professionals and you're not doing right by folks, I tell you what, it will come back to you. And that is a fact. That I do know. And some of you, you know who I'm talking about. You have screwed me over and I'm still here. That's why I just want you guys to know that it ain't about me. It's about the blessings that I have been given. All right, Frenchie, what you say? That's who you got it from. All right, that's my great niece, Holla, East Coast. That's right, keeping it real. And Carolyn, I love you. People want to take your spot until they realize what it takes to play your position. Now, ain't that the truth? And it's not easy. I know that maybe I make it look easy, but it really is not. The research that goes into it, the preparation for, all of these things that before I had other people who were inputting and doing all these things, it's on me. And it's okay. I mean, I'm okay with it, but I just felt like, all right, I done had one too many messages from folks telling me and basically outlining what I need to do. I appreciate it. I do take that under advisement, but I want you all to understand this is my show, the You Didn't Get the Memo show. And for those of you who are out there trying to tell me what to do, then remember the name of the show is You Didn't Get the Memo. Because clearly you didn't get it. If you're going to want to change the trajectory and the format of how I do things, I'm always reinventing and I'm always looking for encouragement and suggestions, but it's a way that you do all of that, y'all. It's always a way that you do it. And that's really, really important. So, again, I want to thank all of you guys. I want to ask you to like, to follow, to share. Um, Again, if you feel the need to donate, you can do that. But remember, I'm not banking on what somebody else is going to do. I know what my Father is going to do for me, you know. And sometimes you just have to, you just got to let it go. You got to let it go. And that's what I'm going to do. Alan, I agree with you. It's okay to say thank you, but no thank you. Absolutely. And people always want to know what you're doing. What you doing? What you doing? Well, did you watch the show? When they get with that, all those other things, then if you watch the show, you know what I'm doing, right? So I want you all to be blessed. I want to thank you guys for jumping on here. I want to holler at all of y'all that are, across the pond, as they say. And thank you for being here and support. Please tell others to watch the show every Tuesday. Got a dope show coming up this Tuesday. And it's really and truly about you understanding how you need to show up as relates to your digital or brand visibility digitally. So until this time, on Tuesday, guys, have an awesome, awesome, awesome Friday, a great weekend. Be well, be blessed, and know that I'm still and always will be the authentic coach and who's about keeping it real. So, from my heart to each of yours, thank you guys for that hopped on and had your comments. I appreciate it so very, very much. And guys, be well. Know that I love you. Peace.